Hello, my friends, and thank you for joining us for another exciting adventure in the God's Limitless Outdoors. This week, we are wrapping up part 3 of this particular hunt. We have already had some unbelievable success with 3 great bulls, but now Adam and Colton are trying to find a mule deer in a unit that Adam has to hunt. And they had no idea as they set out to find these deer how incredible of a hunt that they were going to have. We hope that you enjoy this hunt as much as we enjoyed making it. It's amazing when you're hunting this choppy ground and finger ridges and draws, how the animals can appear and disappear. And your hunting has to follow that. You have to spend time looking in every little crevice and spending a lot of time in the glass and making sure that you're covering everything, because you could easily walk right past a really solid animal.
We picked the good ridge to come up. Holy smokes. Yeah. Oh, yep. What is it? It's a buck. It's a little buck. Okay. You better give us another one, so. Yep, here comes another one. Another buck. Yep, okay. Good. 140.
You know, one of the most difficult things to capture and to really represent in a video is all the work that goes into it. I mean, from the miles that you're walking to the hours and the days that you're glassing and just moving through the country, the little things that you see, the funny little moments that aren't even on camera. And by the time it's all said and done, honestly, so much of it is left out. And when you just get a little glimpse of it, when you get to watch these videos and you're like, man, I wish I could do that. I'm telling you right now, one of the things I really encourage people the most on is to get out there and do it. I know sometimes it can be intimidating to plan a hunt, to go, to step out of your comfort zone. Man, life is not lived watching other people live it. You got to get out there and enjoy it yourself. And that's one of the things I feel like our videos really fall short in some ways, is really capturing the whole experience. But I just really want to challenge you to get out there and experience it yourself.
Well, I just left Colton and Justin down there in the creek to pack out both the bulls. They got the horses down there, so I'm up here on the hill, climbing back up where Justin killed his bull last night, looking for a mule deer. There was muleys crawling all over this hillside this morning, so I'm just going to work it this afternoon. And see what I can find.
It didn't take long before Adam ran smack dab into this really nice buck. And one of the things that people don't realize a lot about our videos is how many animals actually get away from us because of our commitment to video. And that is exactly what happened to Adam right here. He is so committed to making sure that you guys get to watch these hunts that he watched this buck bounce over the next ridge and out of his life because he couldn't get it on video.
Dang it. Well, it's day 5. We got 2 bulls down, tagged. They're at the camp. So now we just got mule deer tags. My tag is only good for this unit, so Colton and I are going to really hit it hard the next couple days, try to fill that tag. Justin's going to take the horses, pack out of here, and go up in a different spot, and we're going to stay right here and hunt. So yeah, it should be good. Last night I went out, they were packing elk, and I went up by myself and jumped 2 really nice bucks. Had I had a cameraman with me, I would have killed one of them, but it was too difficult by myself. So yeah, high hopes. There's big bucks running all over in here, and hopefully we'll find one.
Colton and Adam were really running out of time on this trip. We only had a couple of days left, and one of the things that we were observing is that we kept glassing hillsides, not seeing any deer, and then walking over there and jumping deer. So we realized that these things were blending in way better, and we weren't spending enough time glassing. So Colton and Adam renewed their strategy and decided to just set up on a knob and glass until they found the animals. One of the funniest things ever, and if you've ever hunted, you've experienced it, is trying to explain to somebody else where an animal that you spotted is. And I wanted you to watch this whole scenario unfold with Colton and Adam trying to explain to each other where
on
the
far
deer
big
are.
cliffy ridge.
Yep.
See that V in the ridge? Like the big ridge.
Yeah.
Like the big V in the ridge.
Okay. Up
See
top?
that?
Way
Yeah.
up high?
No, so go straight down off that
Okay.
on the farthest snowy ridge, burnt ridge. They're on that, right there.
Straight down off there at the top?
At the very, no, so, okay, sorry, I'm probably not that good at describing it. So the V in the big ridge goes
Yeah.
straight down, like straight vertically down.
Which V? The top V or the right V or the left V?
The right one.
The right one?
Yeah, go straight down from that to this farthest burnt ridge here,
Yep.
close to us.
Yeah.
They're on that, up there.
Oh, they're on our ridge. Closer to us.
On our ridge,
Oh,
but
okay.
straight down from that.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find them again.
After watching these does for a minute, they looked over and saw 2 bucks feeding out of the draw out onto the grassy, rocky hillside, and they started to get excited.
Oh. Oh. What is that?
Looks like a decent buck.
Adam, looks like a decent buck. Are you joking? I need to look through that.
It's hard to see him through here because he's in the shade.
Dude,
Just
his
hold on.
horns are way above his head. That's a big buck.
Hold on.
Hold on for what?
I'm gonna wait till you get to the sun.
Okay, hold on.
Hold down for what? Where is Buddy?
I think he's off to the left. Oh my goodness, that's a big buck, man.
Okay, so here's what we have to do. We watch him till he beds up. Hopefully he beds up on that hillside.
We run around,
We
get
run
up
over there, get up on that knob where the other deer were, and shoot him across. You should measure the distance across there.
Yeah, well,
See if it's even possible.
that is a very big buck.
Dude, crazy. What do you think, Adam? Think they're killable?
If they bed up in a good spot, we could probably kill them. If they keep going around, then we just gotta hunt them, which will make it a little bit harder. But
Either way, we're gonna try and make this work. These 2 bucks, the one got away from Adam yesterday, so we got 2 buck tags to fill. I got 2 bucks sitting there. So hopefully we pull off a double header.
just gotta watch them till they bed up.
Yeah. We just gotta be quick on the switch. Do a little hot swap and have at it. Get you guys a little bit more soon.
After a couple hours, these bucks bedded up in a perfect spot, so Colton and Adam decided to make their move and see if they could make it happen.
All right, we got them bedded up now, and we are on our way over. They're about 2.5, probably 2 miles away right now. So we got to close the distance by 1.75, and we got to get up and over through this drainage and up this other side here to where Justin shot his elk from. It was just a wild week, wild few days in this great spot. And right now, we're about 700 yards out. against this hillside over here in order to get a good shot at him. It should be about 400 yards, maybe 5 on these things. Is that the right ridge? Yeah. Really? Yeah, right there. I see him. Really? Yep. Big buck bedded. Good. See this dead tree with the bark on the bottom? Just to the left of it. Okay. Just to the left of it. Big dead tree. Big dead tree with the bark right here. Wait, right in front of us. Okay. Just to the left of it on our right. Okay. He's 341 right now. We gotta sneak at least to that tree. I can shoot it. He's bedded it broadside to us. Okay, get up a little bit. Get that big tree in between us and him. Let's get up that big tree. Okay, everything's set.
You know, one of the things I've been thinking a lot about lately are seasons. And we all go through these different seasons in life, and some seasons are better than others. But I think about like when I'm hunting deer in October up in the patchy snow and big burns, and I'm spending days just glassing and enjoying the country and riding the horses and camping and the crisp days and nights where you got the stars out, and it's just, I don't know, man. That is a time of year that I look forward to more than anything. And I think the reason I look forward to it so much is because it brings me this incredible amount of joy. I just feel alive, and I look forward to it throughout the whole year. And I don't know what season that is for you. Maybe that's mule deer hunting or elk hunting or moose hunting or whitetail, turkey. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's even bass fishing or something like that. But do you know what I'm talking about when there is this time and this place that you look forward to, you long to be there, because once you get there, it is just, you feel complete. Maybe it's up in that tree stand and you're just so full of joy, you're just so happy, so excited, and so much of you, your heart and soul, everything just longs to be there. And here's what I've been thinking about that. I think that's fascinating, because what I believe is that God created everything. He created the world. He created the seasons. He brings about summer, fall, winter, spring. All of those seasons are his. He created the mule deer. He created all the animals. He sustains them. And all of a sudden, I came to this realization a little while back that if God made it all, and he makes the seasons, he makes the mule deer to go into the rut and the deer to go into the rut, all these animals to go and do the things, and then there's this time that I can go out there and I can enjoy it. I came to this realization that the very thing that brings me joy was created by God. And therefore, when I go out and enjoy it and I look forward to it, what I'm actually enjoying and looking forward to and what is bringing me joy is something that God created. And therefore, it is God that is bringing me joy. Now, what is crazy about that to me is that if it is God that is bringing me joy, why in the world would I ever reject God and not want anything to do with him? Like, if the very thing that brings me joy and fullness of life, and I look forward to it, and it just makes my heart beat, it's everything I think about, my world revolves around it, I just want to be out there and pursue it. If that's what that just makes me feel alive, and God gave that to me, it's just a small fraction of who God is and his goodness and his greatness. And he gave that to me and it brings me life. Why in the world would I ever run from him in any area in my life? And I just want to speak to those specifically that love hunting but don't want anything to do with God. I'm telling you right now, the very thing that you love that fills you with life was created by God. And so honestly, it's irrational to think, I love hunting, but I hate God. I don't want anything to do with God. I don't want anything to do with Jesus. Look, God created the very thing that you love, that brings you joy, the very season that you love.
And if you like that, if you love hunting, if you love being up after mule deer, or turkeys, or whitetails, or elk, or moose, bears, whatever it is, if you love archery season, rifle season, you love the fall, I'm telling you right now, you'll love God. You'll love God. Because that is just, that's a fraction. That's 1 week out of 52. God's got, if you love 1 week of the year and it just breathes life into you, God's got 51 more weeks. And that's just a small fraction of God. Like, God is so much bigger than that. He's got so much more. And when we talk about being in God's presence, because David says it in Psalm 16:11, in God's presence is fullness of joy. Like, that is just, if 1 week a year brings extreme joy into your life, and there's 51 more weeks, and if that's just say 2% of what God has to offer, imagine what life could be like if you were closer to God. Maybe you've been keeping God at arm's length and you don't want anything to do with him, and you just say, I don't need God, I don't want that in my life. And then over here, you're running over to this season and you're thinking about this season all the time that God made. I'm telling you, God has more where that came from. God has more where that came from. And if you love a certain season, God's got more of that. And I want to challenge you right now. You know, we all go through different seasons in life. Solomon in Ecclesiastes 3 says that there's a season for everything. And maybe the time in your life up to this point, the season that you've been walking in, is far from the Lord. So I just want to submit something to you. Maybe you've been going through a season in life, or maybe your whole life up to this point has been, I don't want anything to do with God, but I love this little aspect of life. I love this season. A season away from God is never going to compare to a season with God. If in God's presence is fullness of joy, think about it like this. During that 1 week a year that you're hunting, it is just full. If that is fullness of joy, if that's where you just live and breathe, and that's awesome. And then every time you're away from that, you're just wanting to be back there. Imagine if in God's presence, if in that week, in that season, but if in God's presence is fullness of joy, then when we're out, the farther we are from that, the less joy there is. And so, like, as you get closer to hunting season, you're just like, oh man, I cannot wait for hunting season. And the anticipation is building, you know it's just about to happen. Our life can be that way with God. Our life can be that way with God. And I want to challenge you today that the very thing that you love was created by God. And therefore, I'm telling you right now, whether you realize it or not, you actually really like God. You would really like him if you got to know him. And so I want to help you to do that. You know, as a ministry, we believe that in God's presence is fullness of joy. So if we can help people get closer to God, closer to his presence, that they're going to experience a life that God has for them, and they're going to experience more joy, because that's what we're all pursuing. Nobody wants to go through misery. Nobody wants to be miserable. Nobody looks forward to that. Everybody wants joy. And God is the one who possesses the very thing that you are pursuing. And so we want to help you grow closer to the Lord. And we wrote a resource called The First Mile, and we want to send it to you absolutely free, and it'll teach you everything you need to know about who God is, why you need God, how to walk with God, how to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior, and then how to identify what God's purpose is for your life and all the plans that he has for you, and how to serve him well, and to experience life and life abundantly with Jesus. So go over to our website, www.limitlesshunting.com, and step into a new season with the Lord, where you're not far from him, but you're close to him, where you're experiencing the joy of his salvation. God bless you all, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this hunt.
He's gonna be he'll be 320. Make sure your scope is zeroed. Yeah, it is.
This is always the most stressful part of the stalk. You're getting in close. You're only a few yards from where you can make a shot from, but the snow is crunchy, you're skylined, and you have quite a few things out of your favor. And you know, if you can just make it a few more steps, it's all gonna come together. And it is just an absolute nail biter. But it is so exciting when you finally make it to that spot where you can make the shot from.
got him. Let me double check it, but 320. Okay. Smoked him. Dead buck. Okay, get on camera.
Unbelievably, the buck that was laying just to the right of this one didn't even flinch when Adam shot his buck. So they quickly switched positions and Colton got settled in, trying to seal the deal on this second buck.
Camera's on him. What?
You good?
I'm on him.
Okay.
He's behind that tree. Smoked him. Smoked him. Oh my goodness. What did we just do, Colton?
We just killed 2 bucks, maybe 20 feet from each other. Maybe 20 feet. I've never done that in my life. I probably never will have that happen again in my life. We made the perfect stalk from way over there. We waited for him to bed up. We played the game of patience on this one and made an incredible stalk. And Adam and I just took 2 absolute awesome bucks up here in Idaho. That's going to be one of the most incredible hunts we've ever done. I can't wait for the photo over there. I can't wait for the video.
Dude.
That was awesome. Good work, Adam.
Look at mine just dead, just tipped his head over.
That is incredible.
Dude.
2 dead bucks in one frame, side by side. That is incredible. It was a good day today.
1 o'clock.
It's been a good 3 days. It's been a really good 3 days.
Really good 3 days.
We just killed some awesome bucks. About as good as you can ask for out of this unit.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
We're pretty happy right now. Really happy right now. That was ultimate. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Holy smokes, Adam. Look at what you did.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. Got a brow on his right.
Not bad. Well, we just did the coolest thing ever.
Look at my shot, right behind the shoulder.
Yeah. There's mine right through the neck.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Dude, that is crazy.
I just want to take a second and thank you all for watching, and I truly hope that you enjoyed this hunt as much as we enjoyed putting it together. Look, if you want to know more about Limitless Outdoors and keep up to date with everything going on, you can go over and you can follow us on social media on Facebook or Instagram. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notifications so you can watch the videos there. And also, if you want to become a member of our exclusive community over on Patreon, you can go over to patreon.com/limitlessoutdoors. What you'll get there is you're going to have early access to our videos. You're going to have access to what we call our success series, which are tips and tactics for success in a wide variety of hunting situations, whether it's mule deer, moose, elk, all over. And you're gonna have intimate insight and access to what is going on at Limitless Outdoors. So we encourage you, if you want to become part of our community and be a part of what God is doing through Limitless Outdoors, go over to patreon.com/limitlessoutdoors. We hope that you have an awesome week and that you'll join us next time. God bless you all and have a great day.